Hey guys, Jessica Ruffin and NBC Sports' Steve Letarte here for NASCAR Fantasy Fastlane. Steve, we saw Kyle Busch dominate the Coke 600. He was owned by 43% of fantasy users, but a lot of fantasy users probably don't have the usages to play Kyle Busch every week. So how do you capitalize on strong runs for him?
But that's really what the bonus picks are all about. When you look at Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, the names that we expect to dominate at some of these racetracks, I know you can't play them every week in your lineup, but you can play them every week in your bonus picks. Luckily, I did have Kyle Busch in my bonus picks, so I got a lot of bonus points this week. Missed out on those points in my lineup, though.
If you're not playing Kyle, who are you looking at putting in your lineup this weekend?
Well, I think it starts with Brad Keselowski. I think the driver of the two knows how to run around Pocono. Firsthand, I've chased him around there a few times, so I know how quick he can be. Plus, Paul Wolfe is always so creative on the pit boxes. I would expect him to not be afraid to go against the grain. What that is, we don't know anymore. It seems like short pitting is the new standard, and he'll do something different that'll give his driver an edge. So I think Brad Keselowski should run well. The other driver, I look at Kurt Busch. I think the Stewart-Haas Racing Fords are extremely fast. Kurt won there without his crew chief one time. So I think that Kurt has the makings of the right type of driver, very talented, very open-minded at times, to hopefully work on all three corners and find some success.
Well, let's get a few more of your picks in with Hot Lap with Letarte, one lap around Pocono.
All right, I'm ready. I got my notes.
Ryan Blaney.
I have to put him in. I mean, he got the win there. He's been running very well. His step to Penske has only improved his performance.
Jimmie Johnson.
I'm avoiding Jimmie Johnson. I love my man JJ, and he should run well there, but he should have done a lot of things this year that the 48's been unable to do, so I'm leaving him off until they can prove a little more consistency.
Daniel Suarez.
Daniel Suarez, also a sleeper. He was 7th there last July, finished 15th there, 2 top 15s. It's getting to that point in the season where I would take a top 15 out of what I have left to put in for my lineup.
Chase Elliott.
I think this is the week. I think when I look at Pocono, I look at guys that kind of did their breakthrough wins there. I think this is the week Chase Elliott is no longer the runner-up. He goes to victory lane.
When you look at Pocono, you've got the 3 turns that are all different, and you've also got the fuel mileage to take into consideration. So what are the keys to getting around it?
Well, the key to getting around Pocono starts on Friday when you show up, and that is to have a good mood and not look at it as a challenge, look at it as an opportunity. The track is unique. You're not going to be good in all 3 corners. So pick a corner that you think is most important, focus on that one corner, and then be very tight with the communication with your crew chief, because you're going to have to pit at some oddball time, and it will make no sense. And as a driver, you just have to have blind faith and continue to put laps down. If you start questioning your crew chief, even if it's in the back of your mind, you're burning that brain power that the driver in front of you may not be burning. That puts you at a disadvantage.
We talked about Chase Elliott. You mentioned you thought he would get his first Cup win this weekend at Pocono. And we've seen young drivers do it in the past. You know, we saw Denny Hamlin get his first Cup win there. We saw Ryan Blaney last year get his first Cup win there. So besides Chase Elliott, who else do you think could possibly do it this weekend?
I have Erik Jones circled on the list. He was my favorite Charlotte. His team basically let him down. They just had poor pit stops. I thought behind the wheel he did everything he needed to do. I look at some of the best bounce back from a letdown like that is to have a good run. So Erik Jones is probably the young driver, the winless driver that I have circled. Him and Chase Elliott. Why not run 1-2? I'm going to have them both in my lineup. I could use that. I could use Chase Elliott, Erik Jones, 1-2 at Pocono. Now that would be good for my lineup.
Well, you guys heard it here. Chase Elliott and Erik Jones 1-2 at Pocono. We'll see this weekend. Be sure you guys set your lineups and tune into the race Sunday, 2 p.m. on FS1.